Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Wow, what a year it's been. We are so thrilled to have you join us for the 2021 PaY celebration, our 14th annual event celebrating the impact of philanthropy in youth. My name is Skylar Stoner, Barry Fellow at the Barry Foundation.
And I'm Murphy Anderson, Scholarship Associate. We are here at Young Life Castaway, which will serve as our base camp for this year's celebration. Summer is upon us, but I'm a little chilly. Skylar, let's go find a cozy place to settle in.
Great idea. Let's go find a cabin, hopefully with a fireplace. I'll turn it over to our first speaker, our chair of the board at the Barry Foundation, Mr. Tom Barry. Let's go.
Greetings. My name is Tom Barry at the Barry Foundation. A special thank you to all the PaY students, PaY advisors, PaY schools, grantees, and committee members who participated in the 2020-21 PaY program. During the past 14 months, the challenges of the COVID-19 global pandemic have been upon us. Your efforts and determination of the PaY program throughout these challenging times has been remarkable. Thank you for your ongoing commitment. I was honored to be a proud panel member at the boardroom presentations, where I clearly saw your achievements and was very inspired by your collective efforts. The Barry family and the Barry Foundation are very proud of your ongoing commitment to the world of philanthropy and serving the nonprofits of the Red River Valley. Please consider continuing your philanthropic passion and process throughout your lives and careers. Our hope is that you will all continue to let passion be your guide, now and far into the future.
Thanks so much, Tom. What a great place to settle in. Skylar, let's first talk about PaY.
Well, PaY is philanthropy in youth, a way for high school students to give back to their local communities. PaY committees first start by selecting their focus areas, choosing their committee values, and crafting their mission statements. From there, students engage in proactive research, identifying organizations making an impact in their focus areas. From there, they meet with community leaders and nonprofit guests to learn more about the important ways that these nonprofits are addressing community need each and every day. PaY committees then face the difficult decision: how do we allocate our $5,000? Through group deliberations, PaY committees present their recommendations before a panel of community leaders at our boardroom presentations. And then, at the end of the year, we come together to celebrate. And this is exactly what we're here doing today, to celebrate this positive impact.
Each year, PaY students uplift one of the 5 values of the Barry Foundation. This year, that value is passion, symbolized by a flame that burns deep within all of us. Students transformed their passions into action this year. Let's hear from some students about what passion means to them.
I'm Grace Henderson. I'm a senior at Oak Grove Lutheran High School, and this is my 3rd year in PaY.
Hi, my name is Sumaya Abuka. I'm in 10th grade. I go to West Fargo High School, and this is my 2nd year in PaY.
Hi there, my name is Jessica Schonhoff. I'm a senior at Northern Cass High School, and this is my 4th year in PaY.
Hello everyone, my name is Christy Fenor, and this is my 2nd year at Woodrow Wilson High School and my 2nd year in PaY.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Sparrow, and I'm a senior here at Holland High School, and this is my 3rd year in PaY.
My name is Samantha Kane. I'm a senior at West Fargo Community High School, and this is my 2nd year in PaY.
My name is Garrett Hanze. I'm a senior at Davies High School, and this is my 2nd year in PaY.
I put my passion into action by being a PaY buddy, welcoming new members into our committee, answering their questions, and sparking their passion for philanthropy.
I put my passion into action by activating my strengths of the later and futuristic to connect and uplift others to build a brighter future for all.
I am passionate about making those in my community feel loved and safe.
I put my passion into action by telling my story and sharing it with others.
I'm passionate about animals and helping my community.
I'm passionate about ending the stigma surrounding mental health so those managing mental illnesses can receive the treatment that they need.
I saw the tireless efforts of one of our special education teachers here at Holly High School put her passion into action by making it a positive learning experience for all students here, even during these difficult times. She's even sparked my passion to pursue a degree in special education in college in the fall.
I saw passion in action this year through our PaY Plus core team. The core team is a group of 10 student leaders that help to provide ideas and action to ensure a positive experience set for all students involved within the program.
The vision of PaY is to inspire, lead, and share. Let's turn it over to one of our awesome core team members, Layla, to share more about this.
Hey everyone, my name is Layla Kantarovic and I'm a senior at Fargo South, and this will be my second year in PaY. Today I'll be introducing the Inspire, Lead, and Share projects. In grant-making process, PaY committees cultivate these projects that include components such as Inspire, Lead, and Share. These philanthropic projects are unique to each committee as they encourage to be creative about them. Committees will often reflect on their focus areas, values, and often site visits to help them design these projects. Today I'll introduce 3 schools that will talk about their Inspire, Lead, Share projects. Up next, Adam Tonsfeld from Barnesville High.
Hi, I'm Adam Tonsfeld, a senior at Barnesville High School, and this is my 4th year in PaY. At Barnesville, we take a unique approach to our Inspire, Lead, and Share projects. This year, we did 8 projects at Barnesville. Some of our highlights were in September when we sold kindness masks and put inspirational clothespins on kids' backpacks in school. In October, when we collected over 1,300 pounds of food for our local food bank, and in December when we raised $1,600 from a coin drive and proceeded to use those funds to buy Christmas presents for families in need. Everyone with a little planning can do us Inspire, Lead, and Share projects each month. At Barnesville, at the beginning of each school year, we select small groups from our PaY committee, and then these groups get to decide what project they want to do during their month. These projects are a great way to give back to our focus areas and to show our school what our organization is all about. I'll turn it over to the next school to show how they inspire, lead, and share.
Thanks, Adam. I'm Cody Wurtzfeld, a senior here at West Fargo High School, and this is my 4th year in PaY. I'm excited to share about our upcoming Inspire, Lead, Share project that will take place right here in our school gym this Sunday. This year we will be continuing with the 5th annual Camp Casey Volleyball Tournament, which will take place on May 16th, starting at 2 p.m. Camp Casey was first introduced to our PaY committee in 2016 when we chose them as one of our site visits. Our committee quickly fell in love with how they provide a safe, rewarding, and memorable week-long summer camp for children with cancer and their siblings. It wasn't long after this that the Camp Casey Volleyball Tournament was born, and this has been a nonprofit close to our hearts ever since. I invite you to join me on May 16th by registering a team of 6 to 8 people with a $5 entry fee per person. Visit our school subpage on the Inspire, Lead, Share website for additional information. We hope you will join the passion of ours. Now, onto a school who's on site at their own gym training for an Inspire, Lead, Share project of their own. Off to you, Dane and Gunner.
Hi, my name is Dane Stokes, and this is my buddy Gunner here. We both attend Farm South High School. 2 of my passions is physical fitness and helping others in need. One of our focus areas this year in PaY was children with special needs, and one of the site visits we visited was TNT Fitness. During the site visit, we learned a lot about the many activities that TNT Fitness has to offer to help children with various disabilities and physical abilities. This year, TNT Fitness is hosting the final annual ABLE Games. The ABLE Games is an all-inclusive test of fitness where skilled athletes are paired with an athlete with special needs to celebrate inclusiveness. Gunnar and I will be participating in the ABLE Games this year on May 14th and 15th, and we are looking forward to showing off our skills. We hope that you might consider coming to these games and showing the support to our team and other teams. I'm excited to have this opportunity to show my passion with Gunnar while me and him participate in this event. You can flex? Boy.
Wow, those were really great. In addition to committee planning these projects, this year we had a PaY-wide Inspired Lead Share project called Visioning the Future. This Photo Voice project is focused on PaY students, advisors, former members, and guests submitting photos surrounding nature, symbols, or objects, or moments that are worth celebrating. These serve as a wonderful reminder that the world is full of hope and healing during difficult times. There will be an exhibit at a Plains Art Museum this week that showcase them. Be sure to check them out. Furthermore, there are numerous PaY partners that have made this PaY year possible that will be here today. I will hand it over to Emily Gordon that will introduce them.
Thanks, Layla. I'm excited to be here today with you all. My name is Emily Gorder, a sophomore at Fargo North, and this is my second year in PaY. For our final Fireside PaY Chat of the year, I'm joined by Lauren Graftis and Drew Harsager. Before we hear their vision for the future, I just have a few questions for each of them, but let's start with some introductions. Lauren and Drew, can you introduce yourself and share a bit about your involvement with PaY?
Definitely. Thank you, Emily. I am Lauren Graftis. My strengths are woo, communication, achiever, and learner. And I was a part of PaY for 3 years in high school until I graduated from Moorhead High in 2017. And I always knew I wanted to do more with PaY, so I got involved with Philanthropy Forward and was also a Berry Scholar through my time in college at NDSU.
Hey everyone, my name is Drew Harsager and I'm the PaY advisor for Community High School in West Fargo. And Community High School is thankful for PaY. During my time as advisor, our committees have explored gratitude, creativity, and passion. And PaY has given our students the opportunity to examine themselves and what it is that we collectively value.
Lauren, your involvement has really come full circle. You began as a PaY student and now you're serving as a boardroom panelist. Can you reflect on this journey?
Yeah, it's just so fun to think about because I still get to maintain my passion about helping nonprofits within my community. And I get to see this by learning through the students and gaining their insights and their enthusiasms. So I was really able to adopt a philanthropic spirit through my time in PaY. And this has been able to help me give back within my daily life, which I really appreciated.
Well, Drew, as you know, the purpose of PaY is to create transformational change in our community. Can you share how you've seen this through your role as a PaY advisor?
PaY is a transformational program, and like I said, we are very grateful for the opportunities it has provided to our students. And these items or these opportunities will last a lifetime, and oftentimes will have the power to change generations. And I personally have grown just watching the students become involved in something that is bigger than themselves. And as I reflect over the last few years, I'm really struck by the number of students who have become leaders, not only in our school, but in our community. And personally, I have seen young people who were initially afraid to speak in our committee meetings blossom into eloquent speakers in a boardroom talking to leaders of our community. And the reason why they're able to overcome their fears is, I believe, it's their passion and commitment for a cause is greater.
To close us out, can you both leave us with your vision for the future?
I'm excited to see the students continue to grow that I saw on the board room presentations this last year. I'm excited to see next year the more skills that they have gained and passion further within them.
PaY has given us a voice, and it's a voice that young people don't oftentimes have, and it's given us a big voice, and it allows the kids to use their voice to be forces of change for what they value, what they think is important in the community. And so for that, we are grateful. And we as a committee passionately look forward to the opportunities of a non-pandemic future. We don't want this anymore. And I cannot thank the Berry Foundation enough.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for inspiring, leading, and sharing with all of us, and for joining us for the 2021 PaY celebration. I'll send it back to Skylar and Murphy out at Castaway.
Thanks, Emily. PaY wouldn't be possible without a number of community partners. Although this year hasn't been easy, the continued efforts, perseverance, and creativity displayed have been truly inspiring. I want to start by saying thank you to all of our school administrators for your allowing us into your schools, partnering with your students through philanthropy and youth. To all the PaY advisors, thank you for providing positive mentorship, leadership, and guidance through this philanthropic journey with your students. To the students, I want to commend you on diving deep into community need. This year, you looked at needs beyond surface level that address some of the root causes brought forth by COVID-19, such as basic needs and mental health. And lastly, to our nonprofits, you serve as the backbone of our community. Thank you for sharing your time with our PaY students and for providing continued efforts at a time that many need you most. On behalf of the entire Berry Foundation team, we want to express our gratitude to each and every one of you.
The COVID-19 pandemic has intensified community need across the board, including food insecurity. This year, food security has served as our PaY-wide focus area. So it's my pleasure to introduce Melissa Sobolik, President of the Great Plains Food Bank, to provide an update.
Hi PaY students, I'm Melissa Sobolik, President here at the Great Plains Food Bank, and it's my privilege to get back and chat with you about passion. Passion truly is the fire in your belly and what gets you up and going every single day. And for me, that's feeding hungry people. Since COVID hit, we have seen a 42% increase in people that need our services now for the first time in their lives. And because of you and volunteers and supporters and community members, we can answer that call and make sure people do not go without food on their tables. And we invite you to join us. You'll have the opportunity to apply for the Community Corps, where you can join us at our mobile food pantry distribution in Moorhead and hand out boxes that will get on the tables of people tonight. Everything is a little different with COVID, but nothing is impossible. I hope that you will join us because together we can end hunger. Thank you.
Greetings, I'm Marty Byers, the President and CEO of the Berry Foundation. I want to thank Melissa, the Great Plains Food Bank, and all of the nonprofits involved in philanthropy and youth. Thank you for helping all of the families in need during COVID-19. We are passionate about student experiences, and this summer we want to thank the Great Plains Food Bank for partnering with us to provide an opportunity for students to get involved in a volunteer program with them. I hope all of our students consider applying to be part of a community corps, a few weeks where we will be doing mobile food distribution this summer with the Great Plains Food Bank. Now I want to introduce our closing speaker. Dr. Eric Jolly is a longtime friend of the Berry family and the Berry Foundation. He is passionate about community. He is passionate about youth, being involved in nonprofits, and serving others. We want to thank him for his enthusiasm and his commitment to Minnesota and St. Paul and Community Foundation as their leader. Thanks, Dr. Jolly. We're looking forward to your talk.
Hello, I am so happy to be with you today to celebrate philanthropy and youth and to take just a moment to reflect on the impact you know you have, but even more importantly, the impact you'll never imagine you could have. The impact from your philanthropy and from your personal generosity, the gifts that you give of kindness, grace, and recognition to others. These are the things that truly matter. And they're the things that can have an impact we may never see. Years ago, when I was a young professor of psychology, I wanted my students to meet some of the greatest minds in psychology. And I called a few up and asked them, if we read an article, a book, a chapter, something you wrote, would you entertain us with an hour or so on speakerphone? Many generous psychologists agreed to do this, and among them was a man named Viktor Frankl. Now, Viktor Frankl is famous for psychology because he created logotherapy, the therapeutic application of existential philosophy. You don't really need to worry about that right now. What I do want you to know is that Viktor Frankl was an original student of Sigmund Freud's, and he worked with Freud every day in his clinic, in his laboratory. And one day, Viktor Frankl came back from his clinic and he was absolutely charged. He had a new vision. He had hoped would bring psychoanalysis into the next generation. From then on, it became his passion. It was his life's work. It was everything he could do. He would sit at a table and write his manuscript, often neglecting his own diet and dinner and skipping time with his family and friends. It was everything to him. It was his passion. And then one day, while Viktor Frankl was working on his paper, the Nazis came. He was writing in the era just previous to the outbreak of World War II, and he was Jewish. They came and they broke through his door. Viktor Frankl ran into his bathroom where he wrapped nearly 300 pages of manuscript around his chest where he could keep it alive and safe. And he was taken with his family to concentration camps. When he got into the camp, he hid his papers underneath the wooden slats that he was sleeping on, where he could keep his passion and his vision alive. And then one day, the Nazis discovered his work. In front of Viktor Frankl, they burned his life's work and his passion, one page at a time. And later that same week, they burned his wife and his children. Now, Viktor Frankl was eventually rescued from the concentration camp literally days before his number, tattooed inside of his left forearm, was up. But everyone and everything he'd ever cared about had been destroyed. Viktor Frankl was cast into a deep depression that lasted for months, going on years. And then one day he emerged from his depression with a new vision. A vision for this new form of analysis. He abandoned psychoanalysis completely, and he started writing on this. And he wrote the book that became the foundation for his work called Man's Search for Meaning. Well, my students had read that book, and we were going to have Viktor Frankl on the speakerphone so we could ask him questions. Every one of them submitted their questions, and I put them in some sort of logical order so it would sound like a conversation. The first student asked her a question, and it was like, wow, we're talking to Viktor Frankl. The next student asked a question, and you knew we had a brilliant mind on the other end of the phone. Now, the third student, a little swagger, he did not ask the question he submitted. Instead, he said to Viktor Frankl, well, Dr. Frankl, if your therapy's so good, could you have cured Adolf Hitler? How crass. We were in shock. How crude. How could you ask that question? We just waited for the inevitable click buzz that happened back then on a phone when someone would hang up. But Viktor Frankl didn't hang up that telephone. Now, let me tell you, 60 seconds is a lot of silence, especially back when you were paying long distance rates to Austria on a faculty member's salary. But when the silence broke, Viktor Frankl said something I will never forget. He said, Hitler could have been a painter. I said, what? And he said, more than anything else in his life, a young Adolf Hitler wanted to be a painter. He would start large canvases and murals, and he knew they were ugly. Small postcards, finally, he was selling them on the sidewalk. And no one ever once said to a young Adolf Hitler, I see your passion for your work. I see how important it is to you. And for the lack of one kind word and grace, said Frankl, perhaps Hitler could have been a painter. And how much of the world might have changed. I was stunned by that, and we continued our conversation with Frankl, and my mind kept coming back to that one sentence, Hitler could have been a painter. And I was thinking about times in my life when I was a young student at a university, on my way to drop out of school, and I sat on the steps of the library. And a faculty member who didn't even know my name stopped and gave me a word of encouragement. I won't share it with you. It's my phrase, not yours. It meant things to me. But it told me I could go on and do whatever I dreamed of doing and live a wonderful life. And because of that, I didn't drop out of school. And I finished my bachelor's, my master's, my doctorate. I've lectured in 28 countries. Life has been wonderful. And as I thought about that faculty member, I ran down the hallway. I had gotten to know him since then. And I called him up on the phone. And I said, Richard, this is Eric Jolly. And he said, who? You see, he eventually remembered me. But in his life, he didn't remember that moment that changed mine. We all have that opportunity. A moment when we reach across a divide and we give someone grace, an act of kindness, a moment of recognition, support for their passion. Remember always, you may not see the change you've brought. You may not see the generations of lives you've changed, but your grace, your personal gifts can change the world. Hitler could have been a painter, and we can make a difference in every time that we spend with anyone. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for your time.
And that's a wrap on the 2021 PaY celebration. We want to say thank you to the team here at Young Life Castaway for hosting us on site for this virtual experience. In addition, we want to thank you for joining us for the 14th annual PaY celebration.
But the celebrating doesn't end here. Learn more about our schools, our grantees, and Inspire Lead Share projects right here on our website at inspireleadshare.org. And join us this week at the Plains Art Museum to connect with us and to view a special viewing of the Visioning the Future photo exhibit.
To our returning PaY students for next year, we can't wait to reconnect and continue this philanthropic journey with you all. To our graduating seniors, we invite you to join Philanthropy Forward and stay engaged. We inspire, lead, and share, but we're not the only ones. Always remember to let passion be your guide.